Hello, my name is Maria Flores, and we're going to present the Line Hunger Fighters. And we, as in my group, Monica, Catherine, Amanda, and me, we're about to present about food pantry in Mountain View College. But in the first slide is about hunger, a little general information about hunger. And the title is Who is Hungry? And people in this are not able to afford food. And that means food insecure. Food insecure means they're unable or to access food. 1 out of 6 people are food insecure. 2 out of 3 people have to choose either food or healthcare. 1 out of every 4 child in North Texas are food insecure. That's more than 300,000 kids. Equals to 95 households in North Texas have an annual income of less than $30,000, which is not very sufficient because they have to either to pay bills or rent or anything that involves buying or entertainment and all this money like that. But in general, it's more than 853,000 people in North Texas people are food insecure. Who qualify for food pantries? People who don't have able to access food, they go for a food pantry. Like us students in Mountain View, we have this food pantry, but it's not very there's not enough stuff in there. But anyways, these are the programs that are part of the food pantries. It's a TANF. It's supposed to be SNAP. It's a little messed up in there. But SNAP is Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. And SSI is part of it. Medicaid is part of it too. But people who are not qualified for it, you have to improve in income, and then from there you will get food. These are the food banks that support these programs, but what I've known from SNAP is supported to North Texas Food Bank. I will talk about later in the presentation by Ms. Ashley that I interviewed in North Texas Food Bank. She's a staff member in there. What about those who do not meet the requirements for food pantries? Well, since we have a food pantry in, like I said earlier, in Mountain View, there's not enough stuff going on, but the food pantry that we have is for everybody and who's in part of the Mountain View College who are students basically, and anybody can be in it, as in who? Students, us. What is to provide food for the people, and when does this occur? It's year-round, anytime. Where? It's located everywhere in Mountain View, but we try not to improve it to be specific to where it's widespread and everything, because there's a little boxes that are not filled with food, or food cans I should say. Why? The reason why is because not a lot of people have enough money to get food or buy, or they don't have time and just want to grab and go. We need energy to get study done, homework, and all that jazz. Group studying, all that stuff. And how we can do that? It's by, of course, people getting and donating food in the food pantry. But our goal is to place as much as food as possible in that little tiny box or in the big boxes that you see around. If you do, please donate. Our action plan for this Mountain View Food Pantry, it's basically to get this word spread out. As I mentioned about Miss Ashley that I interviewed, she told us to get the word spread out, and by that it's by posters, flyers, and all that jazz. But the mostly that she, from her experience, is by social media. Social media is a very, very great way to do that. Networking is another best thing, of course. Networking is the best thing to do. Donation boxes will be another thing in the part of the action plan for Mountain View. Cash donations is basically that will go towards the funding for students who can't afford food, and we can just get people to donate money. And by donating money is to get able to get the punch card. Punch card is the most kind of find a creative way to do it. Punch card is basically a student will get it from the people who donated money to get a punch card, and that punch card will help you to get 10 meals per week if you can't do it. And by getting a punch card is in the located in the cafeteria, which we will do that and provide so to do as long as we can unite together. And the cafeteria is basically in the Lions cafeteria. It's located close to Subway if you've been there to the Mountain View College campus. But yes, the punch card is another unique way to provide food, and besides getting the food from the food pantry. But yes, punch card would be an awesome way to do it. How do we spread it? How can we get involved in everything? It's by poster competition. People who come in competition on posters a very creative way will get a prize. Whoever wins a poster competition, like I said, will get a prize. Anybody can get involved. Anybody. People who are marketing design students that are in advertisement, we will do that to advertise. And students I should say, are into a radio or anything like that, can do an ad in radio and spread the word. Of course, it's another way to do it, but people can get involved to do that. Theater students can create a skit, as in a commercial. That would be another great way to do it. Culinary students can prepare meals. They can prepare meals for their students. And nutrition students can guide them nutrition values. And we have to make a difference part of this because people don't really have enough food to get their stuff done. And it's very important for us because as a student that I'm part of the Mountain View, I have a hard time to get my food, and then I forget my money, then I don't have enough time to grab and go and all that jazz. But a food pantry will be very sufficient, very significant to this part of the project and part of this Mountain View College campus. But as again, students who should be getting involved in donating and stuff. But we can make a difference.